Okay, Mrs. Positive. With your positive friends, Mrs. Rodriguez Lopez. I love you very much. And I thank you for coming to talk to me last night. And the other people that accompanied you in prayer, or in what they call telekinesis, we call it prayer, right? Right, Mama? Mama Lupe. You're cool. You're really cool. I really like you. And maybe that was the whole connection that I felt with your family, was just because you're a good friend. And a lot of people paid to that patron saint through the line of Guadalupe, named Guadalupe, and it was through that. And the name and the Mary. Maybe that's why we needed to hook up, was just for me and you to talk about things. Maybe I made stuff up in my head about that. What's that song by Herman Jarvis? I got a lot of The Wonderful World. I like Sam Cooke's version, but every time on the radio I get Herman's one, and kind of hushing. But that's Mrs. Brown, you got a lovely daughter. Did you like Herman Jarvis? I like Herman Jarvis. I did too when I was there too. Kind of Hush was my favorite of theirs. Yeah, Kind of Hush All Over the World. That was my favorite Herman Jarvis song. Was it them that sang it? I think it was them. I was a kid, man. I was a kid. It was back in the day, and I did like a lot of the songs. Henry VIII was cool. They did sing Wonderful World. I like Sam Cooke's version because my mom was big into Sam Cooke. You Send Me. I know a lot of people didn't like him because of his demise and what had happened, but my mom didn't. He was cute. He had a great voice, and he does. Wonderful World, The Change Gonna Come, You Send Me, Another Saturday Night, Twisting the Night Away. Even Sam was just good. He was really, really good. I had a bad day, I guess. But it was really cool talking to you. You like cool music. My mom did too. My mom, she was into she liked the Platters. She loved Diana Ross. I love Diana Ross. I think I had a crush on Diana Ross before Mom did, because I was watching Cooley High and they played Baby Love, and I had to see who that was. I just loved that song. So I went and got the Supremes and started listening to them, and then my mom she liked them and had heard them, and then she started looking more at Diana Ross, and she just has like Michael was with her, she's so charismatic. She has just something really special about her. And then when she sings, and then I started watching her movies with my sisters, Lady Sings the Blues, Mahogany, and all that, and she has that about her, and I was like, she's so skinny. Why do I find her attractive? She's too skinny. I like women with more meat on their bones. She's too skinny. But she has something very special about her. I really do like Diana Ross a lot. Her voice is just very captivating. What was that song? Took a little time to learn about love. That song just made me think, one day I'm going to meet a girl, and she's going to be like that, and she's going to think about kissing me. Only I'm going to be thinking about kissing her, and I'm going to wonder, why is she thinking about kissing me? And she's the most beautiful thing on the planet, and I'm just lucky that she's interested in kissing me. So it was one of those. I used to love to listen to her music. We got that record, her greatest hits, and I used to play it. Ain't No Mountain High Enough, and that song, and Love Hangover was all right, but I liked a lot of the other ones better. Reach Out and Touch Somebody's Hand, that was a good one. Diana Ross is cool. And I got really into, we didn't have I didn't start listening to salsa type, merengue type music till I moved to D.C., and my buddy was into Eddie Santiago. And he used to play a lot of Eddie Santiago, and I loved the horns. Bum, 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 bum. And then he told me that, Tito Puente was, I guess, is Tito's Cuban? And then he was the one that wrote Oye Como Va and a lot of the tunes and stuff that I liked by Carlos and these other people that did him the different things. That a lot of these were Tito Puente's tunes, and I was like, these are cool, man. This guy just got it going on. And because I was into, I don't know if I got into Otmar before I moved there. I can't remember, but it was cool. I think Otmar came out in the later '90s. I got into Otmar after the fact, after the service. They just made me think a lot of my friends and family, the Gypsy Kings and stuff, made me think of a lot of the friends and family I made in the service, because I met a lot of my friends who were Cuban and Puerto Rican, and everybody thought I was Dominican or Puerto Rican, and my wife was too, because she was light-skinned with the, so they always just assumed we were a Dominican or Puerto Rican couple, so they could categorize us instead of being black girl, white guy. We had to be Dominican or Puerto Rican. Stephanie used to joke about it, say we ought to get a Puerto Rican or a Dominican flag and hang it off of our. It's like, no, why? Because all the people will be able to make sense of us and say, okay, they're supposed to be together, doesn't mean you still won't get more of that prejudice bullshit. You know, I'm sure they're prejudiced. A lot of the prejudiced people are just as prejudiced against Dominicans and Puerto Ricans as they are against a white guy being married to a black woman. It's just the way it is. And it's funny, a lot of the ladies that were there, a lot of the wives were and stuff. I think I told you that. I don't know if I told you that. There's a song by the Gypsy Kings called No Le Papa, No Le Pega La Mama, Don't Hit Mom. And it was the one song that Patrick could sing verbatim, understandable, the best. And he would always sing it at the base commissary, right in front of all the ladies that worked there that spoke Spanish. And he would be singing Papa, no le pega mama, and I'm like, no, Dad does not hit Mom. Mom hits Dad, but Dad don't hit Mom. You know, it's a song by the Gypsy Kings. It's a very good song. His mom would laugh. I'm like, it's not funny. You hit me. You tried to rip one of my off and tried to stick it. She was raised in it. She'd go through post-traumatic stress disorder, and some of the things that she was raised with were very hard to deal with. It's hard being a black person in the United States. I was very empathetic, but then after a while, empathy only goes so far. After you get cheated on and beat up and abused and then blamed for everything, it only goes so far. You're like, there's only so much empathy in the world. I'm checking out. I gotta see. Good luck. You just live in your world and I'll live in mine. You know, wish you good luck and goodbye. I'll see you around sometime. You're one of the most interesting people to converse with. You're really cool. We're gonna have to meet someday. We're going to meet. We're gonna hang out. We are. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk. We're gonna be friends. We have to. Why? Because you're just too cool. Okay, I'm just making this up. No, man, it was last night I was talking and somebody started talking to me about being grumpy, and I'm like, I'm not grumpy. I'm talking to somebody who says the word grumpy, and I think I know who I'm talking to, and I'm not going to start cussing. So I didn't, and I was able to hold even the cuss word in the recess of my mind and not allow them into my spiritual conversation. It was really cool. Well, because there was a person that teaches these children how to pray. And there's a reason why. Yeah, it's a line of, I'm serious. St. Francis and others, and even the line of Shawana goes through the line of St. Francis. I did not know that. That was so cool. So all those times in that book, I was, can I talk to Shawana? Can I touch it? Well, yeah, actually, in spirit, you can. And she tells you not to be grumpy. No way. How does this work with these famous families in the do? It's subconscious recognition, the fame to the end, and the family comes to the where, because they'll need a voice and a platform. God works in mysterious ways, Rafi. Thanks, Mama. All right, we'll talk later. I love you. I gotta get to the library and load these up. Yes, I'm gonna load whatever I can load, and some of them are probably gonna be quite mean and say some quite mean things to people. Yes, and to Dennis Lewis, that nice man, Dennis Lewis. Go back and read that remark, and I'm going to remark on it today too. Earl, with all your talk about God and Jesus, it's very disrespectful, condescending about God and Jesus. He's taking people that are religious and trying to turn them into fanatics and what he's selling and what he thinks is a better perspective than what they think. And people like Marcus Aurelius are more intelligent than someone like Jesus, because Jesus breeds religious fanatics. Yeah. Marcus Aurelius breeds docile, wimpy punks that won't get up to save people from being raped and destroyed. Marcus Aurelius. Okay. Go back and watch Gladiator. All right. Marcus Aurelius. Some of his kids were real crumb bums, and a lot of the people that he grouped with the soldiers. He traveled with the soldiers. He loved the soldiers. Marcus Aurelius, yeah, loved the soldiers. Most of his writings and stuff talk about stoicism and the stoic thought that he learned and taught from the soldiers on how to be a better person and survive what they had to do as soldiers. Yeah, Marcus Aurelius. He was also an empire builder, and he went out and actively did it. David did not. They came to him. Solomon did not. They came to him. And Jesus did not. So we're more of that line. We let the empire build by people coming to bring fellowship and trust in us, and we trust in them because we all trust in God. I love Marcus Aurelius. He's one of my favorite, quote, Caesars. But there's a difference between Caesar and the King of Israel. King of Israel is a Prince of Peace. Okay? I was not picking on it. He deserved it. Just know that all these people that have done these things, that's what they keep telling me, they deserve it. So when I get the ones loaded that are a little bit more take the kids away, just know that they deserve it, all right? I love you. I really do. You're a really beautiful person to spiritually connect with, even though, a lot of people think I'm crazy. I know I'm not crazy, because when I connect, it's really beautiful, and I really like talking to you and the kids, and I really pray that someday soon we'll all be able to meet and hang out. and we'll eat all the, except for the onions on the, okay? Blessings and peace.